Hello teacher, today our group 10 will presentation about Selenium. We will have 8 contents. First is introduction, development history, Selenium RC, Selenium web driver, Selenium grid, Selenium idea, advantage and disadvantage of Selenium, and final is demo. So first, introduction. Selenium is a free open source automated testing framework used to validate application across different browser and platform. You can use multi programming language like Java, C#, Python to create Selenium test script. Testing done using the Selenium testing tool usually refer to a Selenium testing. So we about our development history. So first, Selenium was created by Jason Hogan in 2004, an engineer at ThoughtWorks. He was working on a web application that required frequent testing. Having realized that the application repetitious manner testing was becoming increasingly inefficient, he created a JavaScript program that would automatically control the browser action. He named this program the JavaScript Test Runner. Seeing potential in this idea to help automate all the web application, he made JavaScript Runner open source. Dan Fabric and Nelson Brown created Selenium RC, and finally is Shinja Shastani in Japan become interested in Selenium and realized that he could wrap the code into an IDE module into the Firefox browser and be able to record tests as well as play them back in the same plugin. Next, we will talk about Selenium RC. So Selenium RC is an important component in the Selenium tests. It's a testing framework that enable a create or a development to write test case in any programming language in order to automate UI tests for web application. Again, any HTTP website. Selenium RC provide an API and library for each support language. Selenium RC comprised of two parts: client libraries for preferred computer language, a server that loads and queue browser automatically. For about Selenium web driver. Selenium web driver permits you to execute cross-browser tasks. This tool is used for automating web-based application testing to verify that it performs expectedly. WebDriver allows you to choose a programming language to create test script. As discussed earlier, this is an advancement over Selenium RC to overcome a few limitations. WebDriver is designed in a simpler and more concise programming interface, along with addressing some limitations in the Selenium RC API. Selenium WebDriver is not capable of handling Windows complement, but this drawback can be overcome by using tools like Security and Auto IT. Featuring of WebDriver is multi-browser compatibility, easy to identify, and use web element work on the different operating system and add-on and reusability.
Hello teachers, my name is Tiên. I'm a member of Group 10 and this is my part of presentation. So first up we will start with section 5, Selenium Grid. What is Selenium Grid? Selenium Grid is basically a part of Selenium Suite. It specializes in running multiple tests across different browser operating system and machines in parallel. So it follows hook node architectures. Hook node architectures or concept basically mean uh, uh, so one machine will play a role of a hook and it will control the test uh, on multiple machines and those machines will be called nodes. So when do you want to use Selenium Grid? So basically you want to use Selenium Grid when you want to reduce the time for the executions of the test suite. And with Selenium Grid it can help you to ensure that your tested applications will be compatible with multiple browser on different operating systems. Next section will be about Selenium IDE or Integrated Development Environment. So if you want to create a Wikibird reproduction script or create a script to add in automations, edit, exploratory testing, Selenium IDE is the best choice. So what features do Selenium IDE have? So it have a layback and recall functions. Um, it also have debug functions that you can put breakpoint and you can to help you debug easier. Uh, Moreover, Selenium IDE also allow you to uh, allows you to create uh, create test case and modify it if required. The same can also be done with test suite. Those are some of the features of Selenium IDE. Next sessions will be about the advantages and disadvantages of Selenium in general. So first up, we will start with these advantages. The first, uh, the most recognizable advantage of Selenium is that it's free and it's open source. That is one of its biggest advantage. The second advantage is that it provides high flexibility to write advanced and complex text case. The first one is widely support. So basically, widely support is mean that it can support multiple programming language such as Python, Java, C Sharp, and so on. Uh, Moreover, it also supports multiple browsers like Firefox, Internet Explorer, Opera, etc. Um, and besides that, it also support different operating systems like Windows, Linux, Um, and the fourth and final one is that it's highly extensible. So highly extensible here means that it can interact it with different technologies, different software to enhance its functions or enhance its functions, um, or to use the other functions of those integrated software with Selenium to have uh, the testing easier. Now we move on to the disadvantages. So the first one is that it can only test uh, web applications, uh, while others automation testing software can test like desktop and mobile application. Selenium can only test web applications. The second one is that Selenium cannot access the web elements outside the applications being tested or under testing. The third one is that it's no guarantee user support available. So because it's free and open source, only there there is there is no like no commercial use for Selenium. So like there no user support available for it. There only is a community community support for Selenium. Uh, One more small disadvantage of Selenium is that it cannot integrate with a few technology uh, to uh, enhance its testing. For example, like it cannot integrate with a technology to like do image testing, and this that is the end of my part of presentations. The next part will be presented by Long. Um, Thank you for listening.
Hello, teacher. Today we'll talk a demo about the Selenium. So I has installed Selenium to Chrome. I will start Selenium ID. So this is the Selenium ID, and I will start working with this. First, I will copy new test in a new project. Uh, First, we will create a test plan for the. I have created a test plan for the login of Facebook. Hmm. So first, we access this link. This is the page that we want to test. So I will create a test. First, accept this link, then press sign with you no need to input uh, the password. in this IDE we'll see open the link, set window size, the size of the window, and I press click. So I want to see the result that the test here. This test case will pass if the test this test will show in the screen. So I choose command access test answer test target. I can choose, we can choose in the page here, and the value stop. So I will run the test. So then you can see when if the test case pass, this test case pass on a spec. So I will change a little bit that I will change the value of the test case. Delete the, and I will run the test again. You can see because I change the test of the test case, so it's not familiar to the page. The test case is not pass